This is a review of a brand of Chinese smartphone that you may have heard of. This is Lenovo S930. Lenovo, obviously known for their laptops. They bought IBM's PC business off them. But can they build a smartphone that's not afflicted by poor software and flaky build quality like a lot of Chinese smartphones are? I bought this device from an eBay seller direct from China, and it came in this professional looking box, which you'd expect from a brand like Lenovo. Bought alongside it was this case. It's a flip case made of decent quality materials, does a decent job of protecting the device. Fortunately, it's not a smart case though, so there's no magnetic sensor in it, and it doesn't shut off the screen as you close and open it. So that's a bit disappointing, but it's a nice case nonetheless. Out of the box, the device is a reasonable looking smartphone. It's got a screen protector on here, so that's where you can see the areas of plastic at the top and bottom of it there. Build quality is reasonable. It's about the level of something like a Samsung Galaxy S3. So it's a little bit on the plasticky side, but it's reasonably well built. The back has this really nice textured fine-grained back, which feels quite good to the touch, and this nice chrome trim section. Overall, it's reasonable and it feels good in the hand. At the left and right of the device are some stereo speakers, apparently Dolby Digital enhanced. Wasn't expecting a great deal from them, but in actual practice they're very, very good, decent stereo effect, just slightly lacking in bass. The back of the device is removable, which is useful, and taking the back off, which is a bit fiddly, reveals a removable battery, which is good, and dual SIM card slots, which is useful if you're an international traveller, and also an SD card slot, which you're going to need here because the device only has 8 gigs of storage. The display on this device is overall very good. It's a 720p TFT IPS display. It's got great viewing angles, and at 245 ppi it's pretty close in pixel density to something like an iPad 3 or an iPhone 5. In general use, it's very responsive to touch, and there's no great problems with the display. The device here has a matte screen protector on it, so that may well be masking some of the pixelation here, but generally it's pretty good. It's also very responsive to touch. Performance of the device is very, very good as well. There's no slowdown or delay in general usage in something like Google Maps, and the ROM, the operating system ROM, shows all the signs of being relatively well optimized, unlike some Chinese smartphones. For 3D gameplay, it has a Mali 400 GPU, so generally the performance is excellent. It's not completely cutting edge like some of the modern devices, but it does very, very well with a game such as tabletop races demonstrated here. There's no issues with slowdown, and if you're going to be using this as a gaming device, you won't really be that disappointed unless you're using some of the very, very latest games. And with those Dolby optimized stereo speakers, it really goes together to produce quite a good mobile gaming device. The camera on this phone is a mixed bag. It includes Lenovo's own camera software rather than the Android built-in software, and it's a very good application, does the job, has lots of features. But really the problem here is the 8 megapixel sensor used in the camera. It's a very average sensor, and it has trouble in lower light with noise and resolving detail. But in normal daylight conditions it's fairly acceptable. The bugbear of many Chinese smartphones is their disappointing GPS performance. And although this device is very quick to lock on, it has some problems tracking your position once you're moving. Another thing worth bearing in mind about this phone is if you're thinking of buying this one from China, to ensure that you've got the international ROM, which is a customized ROM that many Chinese sellers are offering. If you don't get that, you're not going to have the Google Play Store due to Google opting out of China effectively. Overall, I'd highly recommend the Lenovo S930. At a price of around $200 US, you're getting a lot for your money here, and if you want to play it safe with a brand and you want to go Chinese, this is definitely the phone for you.